I'm a teacher. Actually, I'm a teacher in one of school in Western Indonesia in Aceh. So basically, that school was established because of tsunami victim on 2004 in Indonesia, especially in Aceh, and also we got that from donation from all Indonesia and world, all member in the world. So we got the donation. That's why we established this school. So this is our school, as you can see. So we have three schools in Indonesia, and maybe we are going to have like the fourth school. And these three schools located in three different locations. The first one in Pidie, and then Biren, and also Loksmawe. And this research also was conducted by collaboration with University of Tampere in Finland. So, my topic today is reconstructing learner identities through learning awareness of adolescents in Sukma Bangsa Pidie School. That's our school name. So basically, I'm a novice teacher, so only with 2 years experience. And previously, I was an engineer, and also 2 until 6 years as a researcher. So my research in education field only 1 and 2, and the rest come from engineering field. And my presentation content today cover objectives, and then we have problems, and literature review and research methodology, result, and also conclusion, and the implication of this research. So, yes, our concern is about adolescents. So, because basically we have three level in our school: elementary school, or we call primary school, and also secondary school and upper secondary school. And my objective concern is upper secondary school. So basically, their age is around 15 until 18 years old. So means that they are still in the period of adolescent or teenagers. So that's why we find many problems with them actually, especially when how they construct their learner identity. So we try to find whether the learning awareness can reconstruct their identity as learners, something like that. So we need to know, we need to make sure whether they know their own position as learner in the school environment. So we have many problems here. The first one is most students assume whether they already give a good effort, and then they also perceive whether they as a competent and responsible learners, but in fact maybe not. Means that they have no purpose to going to school, and also they do not know their role as students in the school, and they just want to avoid being at home, or maybe in Hong Kong we have another reason for students why they don't want to go to school, why they assume themselves have already give a good effort or something like that. But basically in our school, this problem is the dominant. So in this research, we use some review for that. First is about adolescent developmental tasks, and also we have positioning theory, and also we have attachment theory. And this one is learner awareness that we adopt from Choi et al. So we have like a 4 level. They start from survival, and then if they have they already can survive, and then they will move or go up to establishing stability. Means that they already have like a little bit awareness of themselves to study, and then they move to a profile. And if they don't have any reason to study, so they just come to school because they like it, because they love it, means that they already move to loving to learn level. And this one is learner identity that we got from the experience in our school. So we formulate five aspects here. The first one is self-efficacy, and then self-concept, self-esteem, self-development, motivation, and the last one is autonomy. So when they have good self-perception about themselves, means that they already can develop themselves, and then they have good motivation. If the student have these 5 aspects, means that they already have their own autonomy. Actually, this is what we learned from Finland as a good educational system that they have, and they already have got like PISA rank, the good PISA rank, but even though they don't force themselves to do that, but they got it finally. And means that when the student have their own autonomy, so not only the teacher have autonomy, but the student also have autonomy, means that they already can have like self-directed learning and also self-assessment and evaluation. And this methodology basically have student participant, group and individual, and also teacher and also their parents. So we use yes, many observation for that, and then also many interview, but individual and group interview, and also focus group discussion, and also we use student database in our school. All we use. So this one is our school information system. I'm sorry I couldn't provide you in English. This is in Bahasa, in Indonesia language. So basically this is the interface of our school information system. So I can explain you a little. So you can find many feature here for the teacher, for the student, for the staff, for the school staff, for everything that we can use here, for the canteen staff and everything. And this is the interface for login that we can use for the teachers. So guru means that teacher, so we can use our own number, ID number, and password. And then we move to this page. This is the first page, and this is the important one. You can see here, we have many features. This is only for the student. So student can access this online, teacher also can access this, and parent also can access this. Everyone who have their own password, they can access this to see whether the student or whether the children already have the progress or improve themselves, something like that. So we can input like the teacher can do it frequently. For example, they want to input the student behavior progress or student what we call progress in their academic and in everything they can use. And also we can use this platform to print out their report and everything that we can report from this platform. So basically the result of our research is students in our school basically have various categories regarding their level of learning awareness that I already mentioned to you, survival, establishing stability, approval, and loving to learn. And also they have a reciprocal relationship between learner identity and learning awareness, something like that. And why we can say like that? Because we can see whether they have very high existing willingness to study. And also we can find that our students have a good, we can say that they are in the middle of establishing stability and approval, something like that. And also this ultimately will, give them the positive improvement of their self-concept and also self-esteem. So this is the model that we found actually. So basically we start from learner identity. My partner will tell you later. And then from learner identity, we move from some experience that we found in our school. For example, willingness to study, emotional experience, showing confidence, and also the most important thing is here, adult attachment, whether teachers, parents, and also their own peer. And if they already have high self-perception and also motivation, means that they already have good autonomy, and then they can develop themselves, and they will move to these three level of awareness. So they have establishing stability, they have approval and loving to learn. But if they only have low self-perception and low motivation, they only have this level. They only achieve this level. So only got until survival level, and the highest one is establishing stability. Means that what's the problem here? So in our school, basically the problem comes from adult attachment or adult involvement. So whether the teacher and the parent, they don't give a very big consent about the children. So they just send the children to our school from the morning until the afternoon, even 24 hours for boarding student, and they don't care about it. So they just try to make their the children, to have their own autonomy, something like that. But after that, they don't give the autonomy to all the students full, because when we ask one of student in our school, will you continue the study to the higher study, for example, to medical education maybe? But no, I cannot do that. Actually, I want, but because my parents disagree, so I need to go to education field, something like that. So means that the parent try to provide the autonomy for their children, but basically, in fact, they don't have it. The student don't have it. So that's the problem that we found in our student and in our school environment. So I guess only that. So maybe you have something to ask me, or feedback. Please, time is yours. No question? Please.
I'm interested in the concept of autonomy and how that's defined and then how it's measured. Because you were saying, based on the last graph, you were saying that autonomy is related to self-esteem, and there are some other factors, positive self-esteem, motivation.
So basically, this research is only qualitative research, so we don't move to quantitative yet. So we have many observations and also many interviews to measure. At least we know the surface of what student behavior have in our school. So we try to observe, for example, one student for many time, and we do interview for many time. So we ask, and we have we know that many of them say that I don't have this autonomy. I couldn't choose that. I couldn't choose this. But I want this actually. But my parents didn't allow me, and my teacher didn't allow me, something like that. And my peers doesn't support me, something like that. So I found that kind of script for many times. So for one student, maybe I can find until 50 transcript about that point only. That for one student. But I did it for more than one student. So this is still qualitative study. So maybe we will move to quantitative one later. Any else?
I have a question. Thank you very much for your wonderful presentation. I was very impressed. And I have a question about the rationale for the methodology. So you said that your research was qualitatively based, and so what research methodology did you employ in your data analysis?
Basically, we use what we call phenomenographic approach. We don't use phenomenology because in phenomenographic we can see the case as the whole. So we can see in general. So we can explore the meaning, but in the one group, in the whole group. So this for this reason we use phenomenographic approach. Yes.
So can you pull up the second last slide about the model? Yeah, it's very good. Yeah, very comprehensive. You mentioned about adult attachment. So my question is, if you want to motivate a student to learn, the low achiever, is the peers attachment also important? Yes. Because if they can, engage themselves, not just the adults, sometimes, peers. What do you think about the higher level of the motivate loving to learn? Is adult attachment or peers attachment? Have you ever thought about that?
Yeah, basically we talk about that as well. So most of them mention mostly about adult attachment from teacher and from parents. So for peer, basically they have influence of the peer, but just minor of them mention it.
Is it because of the level of study, like primary, secondary?
Yes, this is for secondary. Maybe because of the level, because we don't conduct the research in primary and secondary yet. This is for upper secondary, and they almost graduate actually.
I have a question about adult attachment. Do you mean that the attachment? Do you mean the attachment style or the attachment security highlighted by Bowlby? Adult attachment. What do you mean? What type, what attachment is it? Is it the attachment style or the attachment theory highlighted by John Bowlby?
Yes, yes.
So, what attachment style did you refer? Do you refer to 4 attachment style highlighted by Ainsworth?
Basically, this is for Bowlby and Ainsworth. Both of them use it. So we use Bowlby and Ainsworth for this, for adult attachment. So whether they need like a caregiver and also as a parent to support themselves, to support the student in school work, something like that.
So the point, and then my point is, for other attachments, we have got 2 dimensions. We have got, and according to actually, it depends on which school of thought that you follow. If you follow the Bartholomew and Glypworth, then you will follow the self-concept and other concepts. If you follow ECR, if you follow Main, then you will follow the anxiety and avoidance. So how do these dimensions of attachment security or attachment affect the reconstructions and constructions, learner's awareness and learner's identity?
Basically, we have like secure, insecure attachment from adult. So when our students have like secure attachment, means that they have trust. So if the adult already trust them as a independent learner, as a responsible learners, mean that they have like very good self-esteem and it can increase their own motivation. So the most important thing that is they have like secure attachment from adult. So means that they have trust from their teacher and also from the parents. Thank you.